Hello there. Our brush tonight is my John Rashad custom brush. Has a 22mm Virginia shing knot, 3-band badger knot in it. We're going to put it over in some warm water in the scuttle to let it warm up. The soap tonight is Colonia's Asylum. This was a special run with bull goose shaving. I want to put some water on that. Stand by a minute. But this was a special run from bull goose shaving. It's a wonderful Italian type scent, just like an Italian barbershop scent. And so we're gonna lather that up. Oh, I hope that everyone, my soap almost fell out of the container. This is a very hard, triple milled, I believe, pup. Doesn't say, but I believe it's triple milled. How's everybody doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Pete Bellinger had some work done on his leg or his foot. I think it was his foot, and he's recovering. But I think, and I don't think he would care if I mention it, that he's having some complications with the way they pinned it and stuff like that. So, you know, if you're the praying kind of person, keep him in your prayers. Positive thoughts, all that good stuff, whatever you can do. Of course, I believe in prayer, but you know, just keep him in your thoughts and offer some encouragement if you can, that kind of deal. And I've got 2 or 3 days worth of growth, something like that. Nothing huge. I'm going to, let's wet the face first, and I'll continue to talk. I'm going to try to start doing shaves more frequently, and I will have less growth, sort of hearkening back to when I first started wet shaving, where I would shave almost every day, pretty much every day. I won't be doing it every day, but I'm going to try to do more shaves and at least a little bit more videos a little bit more often with shaving, but you know, that remains to be seen. I got a lot of irons in the fire. But anyway, but I won't have a lot of growth, a huge amount of growth. You know, I've been doing a week, 10 days worth of growth before I shave because this is a shaving challenge, and I wanted to, you know, explore that concept of, you know, having a lot of growth and stuff like that. But now I'm going to go back to more of a normal type of thing where, like normal people shave. The razor that I'm going to use tonight is my Gem Pushbutton. That kind of deal. And the blade that we're using, what this blade is, this is, actually, yeah, that's better. This is the CVS branded blades, single edge blade. And this is basically, if I can get one out, where's the, oh, I see what's happening. This one, the package is not all that great in that. But anyway, this is actually a rebranded Gem Blue Star carbon steel blade, which is pretty much my favorite single edge blade that is made. Love it. So I would like to try the Ted Pella stainless, because I know that that a lot of people, man, that's smooth. I like the carbon blades because they're really, really smooth. But I'd like to try some of the stainless. Like the Ted Pellas, and I think Jim also makes a stainless. Jim is basically Persona. I think that they also make a stainless blade. But most of them are not available locally, and you know, I don't like making like a tiny little purchase at shaving shops and stuff like that online, because the shipping will be more than a pack of those blades would be. Excuse me, let me rinse. So, and I don't make huge purchases anymore. I've got so much stuff, so much soap and things of that nature, that it's not really something that I make a priority. But I'd like to try some of the stainless, and if I found one that I like, kind of stock up on them, because they're not going to be, if you think DE blades might get scarce, these are going to get a whole lot scarcer. And I'd love to have a bit of a supply of them, because they're fantastic razors. I would also like to do sort of a longevity trial. And my hands are, I'm sorry, I said I was going to start mentioning that, but you're going to see an awful lot more DE and SE shaves, because quite frankly, I'm having physical difficulties, and the straight razors are more dangerous when my hands are like this, and they are like this more often than they are not nowadays. That's just how it is. But I don't really have any issues with that, as far as shaving with razors like this. I love my DEs and my SEs just as much as I love my straight razors. The problem that I am facing is probably more of a, dude, it's probably more of a psychological issue than anything else. Is that the DEs, I put them back for basically this occasion. But for when my hands got to where it was difficult to use a straight safely. I'm not quite there yet permanently, but I'm in that camp right now. But I always thought, you know, in my old age, you know, when I couldn't use straight safely anymore, then I would have the D's as a backup. And could still get beautiful shaves, comfortable shaves, all of that kind of thing. Well, I'm not old, but that time is pretty much almost here. Let me rinse while we talk. The problem that I'm having now is that now I worry about the stock of DE blades that I put back and how fast I'm going to go through them and whether or not I'm going to have enough to last my lifetime, because I really don't have the capacity right now to stock up anymore on DE blades, and they are going to get more expensive as time passes because they're eventually not going to be produced as much. Now, right now we're in a situation where there are a lot of countries outside of the U.S., DE shaving is still a really, really prevalent thing among men. They're not as much using the cartridge razors and stuff like that as we are. And so the D's are still being produced in prolific numbers. But there's going to come a point, it's just the way that it is. Technologies grow past each other, and things that were go away. That's the way of life. And so, you know, I have this fear that I'm not going to be able to have enough DE blades to last my lifetime. Guess what? First world problems, right? That's something that we think about the shave apocalypse and all. Come with all different kind of names for it, but basically that's the deal. I'm gonna use Vanulate's WhatsApp, but I mean that's. If you're a DE shaver, a regular DE shaver, you're already thinking about those things. As a straight shaver, it wasn't really in my mind as much because I love my straights and I enjoy shaving with them and stuff like that. But now, in the situation that I'm in, that's more of a factor and more of something to think about. But it's what it is. Look, I'll enjoy the flipping ride for as long as I can. And when I get to a point where I'm so old I can't shave myself anyway, some big fat nurse is going to come in and spread some canned foam on my face and take a Bic or something like it, or whatever it is that's popular in that day and age. And so, I'll eventually get to the point where if I live long enough where that's going to be a reality anyway. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy the ride for as long as I can. I love my DEs and my SEs and my straights and all of that. And so, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for listening to the ramble. It wasn't on purpose. It's just, I tend to, this is not just a shave. I tend to talk to you guys. You guys are people that I consider my friends. And so, I talk to you like I would in conversation with anybody else that I know. And I really appreciate every one of you. Bless you. Have a great day. And I'll talk to you next time.